What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. In part 1 of this video, I started talking about the main concepts around marketing to help illustrate the bigger picture when it comes to marketing your business. If you haven't watched it yet, you may do so by clicking up there. In this video, I will continue this discussion and go a bit deeper into the big concepts of marketing. Hit the like button for that YouTube algorithm and let's get started. What is marketing supposed to help us accomplish? Number 1, help us build a company brand. Number 2, generate leads. Number 3, grow our company. These aren't the only things marketing helps you achieve, but at the very least, it should provide these 3 benefits if done right. Now, I want to talk to you about one thing you absolutely must have in order for your marketing to work, and that is your brand promise. I touched base on that in the first discussion, and here I'd like to spend a bit more time on that. Every brand has their promise, something they guarantee to the people that will be calling them. When working on your brand promise, you must make sure that the deliverable is there. In other words, if Domino's promises to deliver within 30 minutes or it's free, they better deliver on that, or they'll be losing a lot of money and customers. If I have a marketing company and I promise to provide you with the lowest cost per lead, that is something that can be measured, and I must make sure that I deliver on that. Otherwise, that makes me and my company look bad, and nobody will want to do business with me. Here's an example of my brand promise. 1 year money back guarantee. I'm taking a huge risk here because there will be a customer, it could be 1 in 100 or even 1 in 1,000, that will not be happy with my product or service and will ask for their money back. And if that happens, they will get their money back. I'm letting them take my product and service for a test drive, so to speak. This kind of a brand promise gives me a competitive advantage in my industry because the majority of my competition will not step up their game to give that kind of a promise. They're afraid they might go out of business, and they sure will if their quality sucks. But if you offer a truly high quality product or service, there will be no reason for any customers to ask for their money back, except for the odd one that just never happy, and whatever you do, even if you give it for free and even give them some money on top of that, they'll still be unhappy. Here's a good brand promise example from BMW. The ultimate driving machine. I think most of us can agree, even if you don't like BMW, that their vehicles are always ahead of their time. They look modern, they drive nice, they're pretty smooth. They're definitely crazy expensive to fix, but they never promised that it'd be cheap. Their promise revolves around the actual driving experience, and they did a great job to deliver it. Once again, a brand promise is the promise you're making to the customer that you know that you can keep every single time. And this is the foundation of a good marketing strategy. So first, you must decide what the brand promise is. What are you going to say to your potential customers? What is it that makes you unique and stand out in the marketplace that will give potential customer a reason to buy from you instead of your competitor? And the second part to this is that some kind of training has to take place. If you don't train everybody in your company, not only on the brand promise, but also on the processes on how to deliver your promise, then you end up with unhappy customers, expectations that weren't met, and a decreased amount of returning customers. Once your brand promise is clear, you know where you need to concentrate. You understand how to market your brand and how to train your team because you already know what you're trying to deliver. Without this fundamental piece, you wouldn't have these answers. You wouldn't know where to start. And what you would do instead is what's called ready, fire, aim. But what we must learn how to do is ready, aim, fire. You want to aim first before you fire. And most people, unfortunately, what they do is they get ready and they just start firing without even aiming. They don't know what they're doing, but they're willing to make all of those mistakes, which is fine as well sometimes. But sometimes those mistakes can be avoided simply by planning, proper planning. That's all. Don't ever start a marketing campaign without first developing a clear and detailed plan, because you will be throwing away your money and resources aimlessly. In some rare cases, you may get lucky and hit the target without aiming, but it doesn't mean that the strategy is going to work for you every single time. Chances are it will not. So aim first, understand your target audience, what is the demographic you're trying to reach, what needs do they have that your product or service can solve for them, and then build your marketing campaign around that and fire. You will thank yourself later for doing it the right way from the start. That just gives you a much stronger foundation. It's true that we must learn from our own mistakes, but chances are someone else out there has already been where you are now, right now, and already had the same questions you're having now, same issues and obstacles, and some of those people wrote books about it, filmed videos to share with everyone else. It's just a matter of finding it. because learning from other people's mistakes is much cheaper and faster than making your own mistakes. So remember, what you are after is consistency, and having a marketing model, a strategy to follow, is what will give you consistency. Think of it as a banana bread recipe or any kind of recipe that you like. I use this example because I love banana bread and I learned how to make it by finding a really good recipe, and every single time it's slightly different, but it turns out pretty good. I like it. And if 1,000 people use the same recipe for banana bread, the result will be more or less consistent. There will be some differences because of how people mix it, whether it's done by hand or if you use a mixer, or where the bananas come from, how ripe they are, etc. But overall, the flavor of it should be the same. The consistency should be the same. And the same thing with your marketing model. If you follow a successful marketing model, you will have consistently good results every single time. Don't forget to take advantage of getting some free stocks on Robinhood and Webull by signing up using the link below. Thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment with your thoughts, and I will catch you in the next one.